I'm talking quietly because it is testing day 1. Hello friends, it is 11:22 and I'm talking quietly because it is testing day 1. We are quietly doing our reading comprehension and reading vocabulary. This section is a longer section that's about an hour right now, so he's just working on his own, reading the passages and answering the questions. I've got some laundry started. I sorted out what I needed to bring to the middle school today, and I'm starting to make some lists for the beach, grocery lists, like planning out a few meals so we don't have to eat out every night. I'm out of breath. I don't even know why, just going up the stairs. Gotta love having a heart with a hole in it. But yeah, I'm gonna take a bathroom break, go back to list making, and I'm also gonna do some knitting. Knitting is my tradition when we're doing our testing. We do need to head to the school a little bit before 2. I think Danny wants to walk though. It's quite chilly. It's still 55 degrees, which it was when I woke up. And I thought it was supposed to be warmer, but there's literally no sun. Don't know what's going on, but yeah. Good morning, everyone. Hello everyone. It's already after 6 and I don't have a lot to show you because a big part of our day was spent in the middle school. Obviously I'm not going to film that. Hello, go watch a movie. Anyway, today we got up. We took it slow this morning because I went to bed quite early. It was a little after midnight, which is crazy. My allergies were making me so tired. So I wake up and have messages from 2 in the morning and 2:30 in the morning from Jackson. He couldn't sleep and he stressed out that because he needed rest for his testing today. So I didn't message him back until after 9:30 because I wanted him to get sleep. So he did, and he felt refreshed in the morning. But I made us egg sandwiches like we would normally have on the weekend since we didn't do that and we had all the materials. So had a good brain breakfast, and Sebastian was a rock star doing his Legos and quietly on his iPad while we did testing. Thank you, buddy.
And right now I'm watching.
He's watching Finding Nemo. Were you inspired by your stickers to watch it? Because we have all those Pixar stickers. Anyway, yeah, we sat down and did testing after breakfast. We got through the reading, vocabulary, reading comprehension, and one of the math sections. Finished that right before we needed to get ready to walk to the middle school. And the walk was about 20 minutes. I also timed walking through our neighborhood to one of the areas where I would probably cross the street and drop them off, either at a park or in the other side of the street. The neighborhood's there. Part of it is our neighborhood and part of it is not. And that shaved off about 10 or 11 minutes, so half of it. So probably I will do that whenever I can. And they do have different start times in the morning, so I can deal with Sebastian getting off to school and still have time to drop off Jax closer to his school. Because we are on the far side of the neighborhood, so it does take quite a bit of the time walking through there. But we walked there, got to the school, and you just go up to a buzzer, let them know we had an appointment, and they sent us right in. We didn't have to hold our IDs up to the camera. They were expecting us. We went into the main office, and goodness, people were nice. They were so nice. Everybody just, they were there for us. They were on our team already. So the registrar lady that we had been dealing with was right there, and she verified Jax's birth certificate and my ID. Didn't need Danny's, but he is on the approved list of pickups and emergency contacts. And then there was already a lady waiting and a gentleman. Turns out the lady was the guidance counselor, and she took over everything. And the man was the dean of the current 6th graders, which Jax is currently homeschool 6th grade, but the counselor and the dean moves on to, they stay with their, what did they call it? Did they call it class? House, yeah. The grades are called houses. So they stay with their house. It was so much information. And I, despite being quite introverted in a situation where that seems overwhelming or a lot of information, I ask so many questions. I just ask, like, they'll introduce me to somebody. I'm like, oh, so what does the dean do? And I just, yeah, you just tell me your title. I want to know what that is. So hopefully I didn't annoy anybody. They seemed very kind and used to questions. So yeah, so they were right there. He was there to welcome us and introduce himself. That was great. And then we got a mini tour of the school because the room we were going to be in the front office. You eating your hair? Yeah, it's time for a haircut.
No, I like it.
I know, okay. Yes, but we're just going to cut the rest. I forgot. We're going to leave that side long. We were supposed to be in a room off the office, but it was taken by an IEP, so we got a little mini tour walking through and ended up in the 6th grade area because that's where the guidance counselor's current office is. She did show us the 7th grade house and where her office would be moving to. But yeah, she introduced anybody that she saw. There was a secretary for the house. I was like, so what do you do? What does the secretary do? And she's like, basically, I'm the shovel behind the horse. She keeps things running, apparently. So there's somebody else we met there in the office next door. I don't know if that was another counselor or what. I didn't catch what she did. But we sat down and we just started going over courses and choosing his electives. There was only one that we're still up in the air about, and that's math, whether we skip ahead to pre-algebra or do foundations of pre-algebra.
Actually, yeah, took the picture of the house.
Oh,
so we
that's
can
nice.
always remember.
Oh, well, we can go back to it sometime too. So he ended up choosing for electives. There's like a fine art one that's half of a length of a class, like 45 minutes instead of 90, and it's either band, chorus, guitar, strings, or arts. So that's all of them. He's not eligible for strings or band because he did not start that in 6th grade, and he ultimately chose art. And then for the full block, the 90-minute extracurricular, he chose a computer science. Babe, you're interrupting.
Can you sing to my dad?
Not yet. I can after this. So he chose computer science, and they did have 2, and we went back and forth because generally you start with a block coding and then move on, but he's done a lot of block coding, so he ended up choosing the one that does a lot of text coding, line coding. Yeah, no thanks, babe. As I said, we are a little unsure about the math. We put him down for pre-algebra, but she sent, dude, Jesus. She sent us the course lists for the foundations, which she thought would typically be recommended. I did go through and I compared all of what we've done to what they cover in the foundations, which we were looking to skip, and there is a section that we did not cover, but I marked everything. Either we covered it well, we touched upon it, or didn't cover it all. And we actually sent that both to a friend who's a math teacher in the county at a high school, and I sent it back to the guidance counselor for her to send to a math teacher. So I'm assuming tomorrow or Wednesday we'll get that sorted out and make our final decision. I guess you need to have done Algebra 1 if you want to get high school credit in middle school for it, and it's a requirement if you go to one of the tech high schools, which I don't know if you will, but I know Danny wants that opportunity to be there. So we'll see on that. But after we did that and lots of question answering, we walked back through some of the areas. The dean met back up with us and chatted. We chatted about clubs. You may be open to that. And we saw the cafeteria and the lady in charge of that. She was very kind. Yeah, we didn't actually get an official tour, but they kind of took us on the long way through things so that we could take a peek. And the plan is in August, once the staff is back and the guidance counselor has made his schedule, we're going to plan a little tour since he doesn't want to do the 6th grade orientation. Obviously, those are the kids coming into 6th and he's going into 7th, so it might be a little awkward, but she will try to quickly cover a lot of the things that are on there. But everybody was so nice. On the way out the door, we literally stepping outside, and they catch us like, wait, one more person, and it was the principal, and she was so nice. Everybody's nice to Sebastian too, and he was amazing being quiet during the meeting part. Such a sweetie. So yeah, everything went well. It's still very sad, but it's the best possible it could be. It's an amazing school. It's very new. I think they said it was built in 2014. It's 2 stories. Yeah, it's quite the map that they gave us. Anyway, that is my update. 10 minutes, but I didn't want to have to do it later. We came home and did a little bit more testing, just the spelling section, but Jax was starting to have quite the allergy attack. We had problems with this last year too, but so we wrapped it up after that, and then I did that math comparison, sent that off, and I just did the grocery order for tomorrow. Luckily there were still spots open because I was going to do that during testing, but I didn't get a chance. And yeah, that puts us in now. We're ordering some burgers because it's quick, but that.
And don't forget,
Oh, well, we're not ending tonight. Well, I'll probably say goodnight tonight. But yeah, I just wanted to get that out of the way so I don't have to do it tonight. Piggy, I hope you're not barking. Thanks. Our house is a mess. And we just got all of our shipments, dog food, air filters, toilet paper, coffee. I don't even know. It's all the monthly or every 3 month shipments. But yeah, once I wrap up everybody's school year and Sebastian and I are down to just a little bit each day, we're gonna start tackling cleaning and packing for the next trip. Yeah, lots of deep cleaning over the summer, and yeah. Okay, I'm gonna go now. We almost forgot to say goodnight to you, so we just turned the light back on to do that. But anyway, see you tomorrow, friends. Stay safe, be kind, and don't forget,
Your hands.
wash your hands.
He cut the camera.